Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. In this video, we're going to break down a brand new product from Olympia. This is called the Nomad, and this is a true four-season sport touring option. Notice the waist length. This is really the successor to something like the GT Air, the GT Transition jacket that we've seen be very popular in the past. Now, there's some key upgrades on this jacket, but at first look, and this is our high-vis version, comes in a handful of colors, you're going to notice the styling and some of the vent configurations really feel like a short version of the X Moto. We have a very, very rugged jacket here, and you're looking at a sub $350 price point. This comes in men's only. There's no women's version here on the jacket. Before I dive into all of the feature sets and some of the functional pieces here, let's talk about sizing. Jason is 5'10", 175. He's wearing a size medium, and Jason's got a 40-inch chest. And you'll notice here, there's a lot of room for adjustability. We tend to find that the Olympia cut's pretty generous. It's not going to be that athletic or European cut. So you have the room to have a broader chest or shoulders or a little bit of a gut, and you shouldn't have any problems here because it is a generous cut jacket. Now, if we look at it, some of the bases here in the material, it's using high-end materials. You're looking at, in the impact areas, 2000 denier Cordura. That's real DuPont or Invista Cordura. The other main construction is going to be 500D Cordura in the non-impact areas. You also have CE rated armor in the shoulders, in the elbows, as well as a CE level 1 back pad that is included. Now, the big standout feature here on the Nomad for this year is that they've improved this mega vent panel system, and you're going to see 6 mega vent panels here on the Nomad. I'm going to start with one of the chest panels. So here's in the wintertime configuration. You have your liners in, waterproof liner, thermal liner. They're removable, but everything's intact. As you start to strip down, and as the seasons would be in that warmer time of the year, if you start to get hot, what you have the ability to do, and notice there's a pocket here as well, you're going to have the ability to unzip these front panels and you expose the double mesh construction that gives you a ton of airflow. You know, in the past, we've seen some price point jackets that have tried to do this transition systems that are just okay. Olympia is one of the few guys playing in this category that's making a very easy to use but very functional four-season coat that gives you great airflow here in the summer while providing you enough coverage to go into the dipping of the winter months. So if you look here, I have my mega vent down on the side. If I want to do it on this side as well, you can notice, if you're familiar with the Nomad or even the predecessor to this jacket, you can notice they come down in a slightly different angle, and it's a little bit wider, and the pocket's going to be a little bit deeper. So on the fly, I just kind of crammed that in there. If you wanted to, if you knew you're riding in hot weather, you can actually roll those guys down and tuck them in nicely, and you get no bulge here, but I'm moving pretty quickly today. You're also going to know that here on the inside of the arms, so again, on both sides this is available, you're going to have, and I'm going to loosen this arm strap, tuck this guy into the pocket. You also have mega vents underneath the arms there as well, or on the bicep. They're going to flow air here, especially if you're in your upright position in an area that's going to catch a lot of wind. But here's one of my favorite things on this jacket, and this is why this jacket, as the predecessor or as the successor in a line of transition style jackets from Olympia, is going to flow about 30% more air. What they've done, turn towards the side, stop right there. We now have a underarm vent, which is going to flow in air in and get better circulation here around the kidney area, around above the hip and under the arm. And this is something that we haven't seen yet on a lot of the other jackets. And this is, again, another entry point, which is really nice. Before we have Jason go away on the front here, let's talk through some of the other features. You notice we talked about your bicep adjustment. You have 3M Scotch-Lite piping that comes down. You also have the neoprene collar, and then the liner is in, and that's going to have the new style stand-up collar that has the micro fleece at the top, which is very, very comfortable. At the end of this video, we're actually going to completely deconstruct this jacket on the table so you can see what the guts look like. You have a snap across the bottom, so it's going to be out of the way of your tank, so you're not going to scratch anything. It's just a really well thought out, nice and complete new option here from Olympia. Turn to the side for me, face that way, Jason. Raise your arm and show some of the adjustment. You have adjustment here above the hip, which is 2 snaps. You're also going to have an adjuster down here along the waist. And notice Jason has a pretty thin waist, about a 33-inch waist, so we have him really cinched down. But again, depending on your size, don't fear if you're a guy that has a little bit rounder of a circumference. There's a lot of adjustability here in this jacket. Turn backwards for me, Jason. Notice starting at the top, working our way down, you have neoprene, nice high collar, 3M Scotch-Lite, reflective piping, and now we again get into that mega vent panel system here, just like on the front. Now we have it on the back, and you have these big panels. Show you what this side looks like as well, how quickly they fold down. These are the ones that are, a little bit tough to do yourself on the fly, obviously, unless you have better flexibility than I have. But again, now in the summertime mode, you're going to have a lot of flexibility to get that airflow, that great Venturi effect that's going to pull the warm, hot air away from your body and keep you cool. And also notice if you come in really tightly here, you can see I talked about that 2000D in Vista Cordura that wraps into all the impact areas, shoulders, elbows, across the back here. Just a really nice touch. And we did talk about the CE rated protection that is included. Come back around for me, Jason. All right, now let's break this guy down onto the table. So now that we have the Nomad off of Jason, let's walk through the liner system. Remember what I said. It's a 3-stage liner here, so you're getting 4-season coverage. You have your outer shell that is the integrated mesh that you can either leave open or closed. And then as you move to the inside, we have a waterproof breathable liner, and at the innermost point, we're going to have a thermal liner that's going to give you sufficient coverage to take this deep into the temperature range to be really a true 4-season jacket. A lot of times you'll see jackets that will have the mesh panels on the front, some different things. Even with the similar liner setup, you can never really turn 100% of that airflow off. So in our eyes, we're only really going to give them that 3.5 season rating. The fact that you can cover up those panels using that mega vent system is a really nice touch that gets you deeper into the temperature range with the panels closed. So let's look here. Here's my thermal liner. Notice the thermal liner here. Going to snap in with a button or with a zipper. So I'm going to begin to pull this guy out. The collar here is meant to be low profile to not get in the way. You're not really meant to wear the thermal on its own. I've already undone the loop on the inside of the waterproof liner on that side. Let's move over here to this right side. I'm going to reach in here. I'm going to pull out my waterproof breathable liner, and then I'm going to reach in and grab my thermal. Here's my thermal, pulling it right through. Notice I pull that guy out. The elastic band is pretty heavy duty. I'm going to undo that, and it should come right out. Oh, one snap, and then my zip, and here is going to be my thermal liner here on the Nomad. If you notice, it's pretty beefy. It's pretty heavy duty. It has a nice hand to it. It's nice and thick. And again, the inside's still going to give you the functionality. You have your cell phone pocket here on the left side that is in all the liners, the outer shell, the waterproof liner, and this, because you can wear this jacket in different configurations. You also have some elasticity here across the bottom. I'm going to toss that guy over there. Now here's my waterproof breathable liner. So moving towards the inside, and you know what? I lied. There's no cell phone pocket on the waterproof breathable liner. But notice the mesh construction. Again, the collar is going to be nice and high. It's the new style liner construction from Olympia. It's got nice micro suede kind of at the top that's going to hug your neck and be even more comfortable than the neoprene at the outside. And it's this nice wicking material that goes all the way up. The other thing I want to note about the inner liner here, this waterproof liner, as I start to pull it out, and I've already done my left side, is if we come in tight, and as I'm doing this, you can look at it, it's ripstop, which is a nice upgrade. It's also styled with its own external pockets that are water resistant, so it can be worn standalone. Again, that destination layer option here. Pull that guy down. Single loop here at the top. Pull that, and I'm going to reach in. I'm going to show you how to undo this. Single elasticated loop with some Velcro. Comes right out. Now I'm going to pull my destination layer. There's my waterproof breathability windbreaker built into the jacket. It's nice, it's upgraded, it's got a nice collar to it, can be worn standalone, and again, it's just a nice finishing touch. It comes in two-tone, it's the same color with all the different colors of the jacket. Olympia's done a good job here. You know, for all of this functionality packed into a jacket that's a sub $350 price point, I think there's a ton of bang for the buck here. It's a ton of value, and it's a well-designed coat. If we look at the inside, here's my back protector. You know, if I'm going to nitpick with Olympia, I hope that in the future they go to a slightly wider back protector configuration here, even though it is CE level 1. That way you could potentially get a CE level 2 back protector in there. But overall, I don't have a lot of negative to say about this. This is on par with a lot of the quality that we've seen from Olympia over the years. Short connection zipper to match up with something like the X-Moto pant or some of the other pants. It's a YKK zipper. And then these two loops are great if you're just wearing this over a pair of jeans and you want to make sure the back stays down, especially at high speed or in a crash situation, you have those great belt loops there. But again, cell phone pocket here. You can see I have access to the armor. Here's my shoulder armor. Let's pull a piece here, show you what it looks like. It is easily removable. It's going to be symmetrical in the shoulders, symmetrical in the elbows as well as the forearm. They give you pretty good coverage. And again, they're one of the few guys that's using this 2000D in Vista Cordura, which again is high-end, name brand stuff. It's not just a fluffy Cordura imitation. This is the real deal stuff. And you can see along the downside here, we're going to have elastication here at the waist cuff. I talked a bunch of times about the nice neoprene roll at the top that has some weight to it. It's a stand-up collar, and then you have that same micro fleece that's going to go directly against your neck, which is nice and wicking as well. So we want to hear your thoughts on the new Olympia Nomad Jacket. Agree or disagree with my opinion on it? Let us know what your riding experience is with it. Leave a comment on YouTube, on our Facebook page. You can also subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on YouTube. We review new gear all the time. We're constantly releasing it here. Let us feed you as we stay in tune with all the newest stuff that's hitting the market. As always, shoot us a line, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455 with any questions on the Nomad, any questions on Olympia, or any question on this 3 to 4 season jacket option. We can help you with sizing or anything you need to know on the functional aspect of these jackets. They are an investment, but done right, they're going to last a really long time and work really, really well. As always, it's over $39. We'll ship for free. We'll exchange for free, no restock fee if you need to send it back to us, and you can always earn RevZilla cash to be applied to your next order. As part of our loyalty program, we help you save some money in the long run. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new Olympia Nomad 4-season jacket, available at RevZilla.com/Olympia. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.